This is Medusa. A monster, yes, but had she not been defiled by one god and victim blamed then cursed by another, she would still be this beautiful devotee of Athena. This is a story of how the gods betrayed and ruined Medusa, turning her into the snake-haired Gorgon. Long ago in ancient Greece, there lived a girl named Medusa who was incredibly beautiful. Her hair flowed like liquid gold, and her eyes sparkled like the sea. Everyone who saw her admired her. Although she was born into a humble family, her stunning looks and charm soon became the talk of the land. But beauty was not her only gift. Medusa possessed a heart gentle and kind that won over many people. She was very devoted to the gods, showing particular reverence and dedication to Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war. Yet, as beauty is a double-edged sword, it attracted not just admiration but obsession. Poseidon, the god of the sea, was captivated by Medusa's allure. Overcome by desire, he decided to pursue her. Despite being a powerful god, Poseidon was driven by a passion that bore all too human flaws. Desperate and afraid, Medusa sought refuge in the sanctuary of Athena's temple, believing it to be her haven. Yet, Poseidon's obsession knew no bounds. In a moment of sacrilege, he violated Medusa within the sacred walls, forever sealing her tragic fate. In that harrowing moment, Medusa's world shattered. Can you imagine the terror and betrayal she must have felt? A sacred place turned into a scene of violation, and a once revered goddess standing by as her devoted followers suffered. This single act set off a chain of events that would forever change Medusa's life. Athena, upon discovering the desecration of her temple, was consumed by a cold divine rage. Her anger was swift and unforgiving. The defilement of her sacred space could not go unpunished, and in a cruel twist of fate, the punishment fell upon Medusa despite her innocence. It's hard to comprehend why the innocent often bear the brunt of divine retribution. One might ponder the justice of it all. Was it fair to punish Medusa for a crime committed against her? Athena transformed Medusa into a Gorgon, a monstrous creature with snakes for hair and a gaze that turned all who met it to stone. Each golden lock became a writhing serpent, and her once sparkling eyes now held the curse of petrification. This change linked her to the ancient belief in the evil eye, turning her beauty into a weapon of terror. Athena's action can be seen as a complex mix of divine cruelty and protection, and the fate of Medusa, who had been a loyal devotee, became an example of mortal encounters with gods. Athena's transformation of Medusa can be seen as both a punishment and a means of protecting her from further harm, albeit in a tragic and monstrous form. Transformed into a monster, Medusa retreated to a remote island, for her beauty is now a source of horror. Her existence became a nightmare shared by her cursed sisters, Steno and Euryale, who also bore the Gorgon's curse. Entered the hero Perseus, son of Zeus and Danae, who embarked on a perilous quest to slay Medusa. Perseus' mission was driven by the need to obtain Medusa's head as a trophy to prove his bravery and worth. He received invaluable assistance from the gods to achieve this seemingly impossible task. Hermes, the messenger god, provided Perseus with winged sandals, allowing him to fly and travel swiftly. Hades, the god of the underworld, gave him the helm of invisibility, enabling him to approach Medusa without being seen. Athena, who had her own complex relationship with Medusa, provided Perseus with a polished, mirrored shield. Armed with these divine gifts, Perseus set out on his journey to Medusa's lair. Guided by the reflection in his shield, he carefully navigated the terrain filled with statues of previous victims. When he reached Medusa, who was asleep at the time, Perseus used his shield to position himself. With a single precise strike, he decapitated Medusa, ensuring he never looked directly at her. From Medusa's severe neck sprang Pegasus, the winged horse, and Chrysaor the giant, born from her blood. These offspring were proof of the powerful life force that resided within Medusa, even in her monstrous form. Perseus placed Medusa's head in the Cabyssus, a magical bag given to him by the gods to safely contain the Gorgon's head without turning anyone to stone, and began his journey back. In this journey, he used Medusa's head to turn his enemies to stone, and rescued Andromeda from the sea monster Cetus. Even in death, Medusa's power was undeniable. Her head, now a tool for Perseus, has become a weapon of terror and destruction. Thus ends our story of Medusa, the beautiful, devoted follower of Athena turned monster, and finally turned weapon in the hands of Perseus. A tragic one for sure. And although this one story may have come to an end, this is just but one of the many stories we tell here. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stories from around the world.